je suis ici avec Stéphane Brizé. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Et nous allons parler de votre tout nouveau film. I'm going to transition to English now. I've watched the movie. It's called A Woman's Life, and it's great. So what I'm going to ask you is what drew you to actually write this script and be inspired from this book?
I was inspired by this book because it's not a story about a woman in 19th century. It's a story, it's a universal story. And it is a relationship with life which touched me very much. I felt very close of this woman because it's another period and we don't live in the same style of life. But at the same time, a view on the world is quite the same than mine. So I remember it was very difficult for me to faire le deuil.
To mourn the loss of children's illusion.
I remember that for me, and it is the same for Jeanne. But I could do something after that. I created defense in my life, and Jeanne can't do that. And what is wonderful, it is at the same place of a wonderful point of view about life, the point of view of Jeanne, you have the tragedy. Because this point of view is beautiful. So you can create a very strong story with that.
I was going to ask you a little bit about that. If you think about it, the direct translation of the book it's inspired by is called A Life, but the title of the movie is A Woman's Life. So what made you do that?
No, we just went to see the English title of the book.
Right.
And we called a person in the US from France, said, how do you know that book, A Life or A Woman's Life? But both exist.
Both exist.
Both exist. But most of the persons said, no, I know the book, but it is a woman's life. But I could see the two front picture of the book in English.
Right.
But apparently, most of the persons know the title as A Woman's Life.
Right. Okay. And so what?
But it's not a lie. It is the life of a woman.
It is the life of a woman. It's the life of many people, but it's also the life of a woman. So what I'm going to ask is, what was for you the process, but also the pressure of adapting such an iconic novel into a movie?
It's a strong pressure because this style of book exists in the mind of everybody. So
very popular.
Very popular all over the world. So it is my second adaptation. In my first adaptation, there is one scene in common between the book and the film. But the author of the book, when he saw the film, he said, yes, it is a good adaptation of my book. Because avec tes outils,
with your tools,
you arrived at the same thing than with my tools.
That's a great compliment.
Yes, it was a great compliment.
Yeah.
But Guy de Maupassant, as you know, is dead. So he could not say that to me. But his book is stronger than the first book I had done. It was Mademoiselle Chambon. It was a great book, but A Woman's Life, it's a monument. So because the book exists in a lots of heads, you can't change everything.
No, right.
First, because it's very well written, so all the ideas of the book, of the events, are very clever.
Yes.
So you don't have to change, but you can't change because the events exist in the head of lots of people.
Definitely.
So I respect that, but between the events, I create my own way, my own cinematographic way.
Right.
So it is the first difference. Then, this book speaks about lifetime. On the books, it is on 30 years. It is 30 years of the life of a woman. It starts, she's 20, 17 in the book, but 20 in my film. And at the end, she's almost 50 years old, and she's quite crazy. But in the book of Maupassant, it is a chronological time order.
Yeah.
But in my film, I changed that completely. I make flash forward, flashback, yes. I do that because I had to use another tool for creating the vertigo yes. of the time. And Dans une ellipse, how do you say ellipse? In, you don't say that.
It's a French expression. Yeah.
When you jump from...
I've seen that. You kind of jump one scene to the other very abruptly as
when you jump from a period to another period, you create, the French word is an ellipse, you see. But ellipse, we are going to use this word,
That's
ellipse.
Great. New word.
Maybe it exists, I don't know. But in an ellipse, you have no time.
Right.
And it is purely a cinematographic tool. And in this no time, you can put the time you want. It can be 3 minutes, but it can be 30 years. And you have, in this non-time, you have the vertigo of the time, because at what moment she's young and suddenly she's old. And she become young a little bit later. And you have a real vertigo with this tool. So I create the same sensation than the writer, but with another tool.
You could manipulate time more, you mean, as a director?
Yes, but it's only for creating the same sensation, the vertigo of the time which passed. Right.
So you're saying that you tried to create the same effects that the book had on people, but with your movie. How different would you say the movie is from the book?
It is the most different, because I have the main characters in my film and in the book.
Right.
I respect lots of things. As I said, I respect most of the events, but it's not the same way than in the book.
Yeah.
On the chronology, the chronology is completely destroyed. It's very easy to understand, but in the film, but it is the most different. At the end, I think I respect that, but I'm not making a film for respecting Maupassant. I like the author, but I'm not at school. Right. It's my own film. I'm not here for une gentille illustration.
It's not as an illustration of Maupassant.
Right.
Yeah, it's more than that. It's
an interpretation.
Yes, it is an interpretation, and I'm quite sure, because I read things Maupassant wrote about Jeanne. Yeah. I think we don't have the same point of view about Jeanne.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure he respected her so much. I think for him, she was a little bit stupid.
Yes.
But for me, she's a view on the life is beautiful.
Yeah.
So this is a difference, and there is another difference. In the book, it changes sometimes the point of view. You are not always with Jeanne, and in my film, from the first second to the last second of the film, all the time you are with Jeanne.
Okay.
It's a big difference.
Yes.
The point of view.
It's very much through Jeanne's eyes, the way the movie has been done, because I watched it. And I was going to ask you about Jeanne and the casting process. How did the lead stand out to you? How did it happen? When did you think this is going to be my lead?
Very quickly, when I met her, because I didn't know her before. I knew her name a little bit. And I met her at the casting, and I met many young actresses for that character. And to all the actresses, I gave a poem. One of the poems we can hear in the film.
You used in the film, yeah?
Yes. It is a poem which was wrote by Maupassant. Very strange, because it is a completely anachronic in the film, because in the film
it's not in the book.
Not at all. Okay. So I found a poem by Maupassant. It's a poem about nature, maybe with a little bit sugar. You see, it's beautiful, but it can be a little bit too cute. You see what I mean?
Yes.
With a little
Innocent.
little bit too much. Too sweet. A little bit too much. So, but in the same time, it's beautiful. It speaks about the nature. It speaks about a person. He says in the poem, even if you have dark clouds in the skies, at what moments you will see the sun, something like that. It's better. The writing is better, but it's something about. So I gave all the actresses the same text, and I just want to hear. Just tell me the poem. And with Judith, the poem became concrete.
Right.
It was not poesy. it was a real life. It means that very deeply she felt the same thing. The words of the poem, for her, were very strong for her. It was alive. She spoke about herself. It's exactly that. She spoke about herself when she said the words of the poem. And at that moment, I knew she was the right person. Why? Because when I make fiction. For me, the fiction, it is a script. But I make a documentary about actors.
Okay.
When I am on the set, I don't speak to a character, I speak to an actor. So all the time I tell them, I make a documentary about you. So I have to choose actors which are not so far from...
So you felt like she represented that role really well. It was like made for her.
Judith's relationship with life is not so far of Jeanne's relationship with life.
Right.
They are not exactly the same, of course. Judith has much more defense than Jeanne.
Jeanne was very quiet. She didn't really say when something was bothering her.
She believes too much in the sun behind the clouds.
Yes.
She has no defense. It is why it is so beautiful.
Yes.
But at the same time, it is awful.
Yes, as they say at the end as well.
Yes, but at the end, I made the film for this sentence, for the last sentence of the book,
last sentence
which
really
is the last sentence of the film. Servant tells at the end of the story, you know, madame, the life is not
never as bad, never as good as you hope, never as bad as you feel.
Yeah.
And it is 30 years of the life of a woman for acceding at that, for accéder à cette nuance.
To get to these nuances.
To get to this point, really.
Subtlety.
Yeah, and so
at that time, maybe she become an adult.
That's when she realizes that life's not all pretty and rainbows. And so I do have a last question. Basically, I want to talk to you about the subject matter because it does have a very, very strong subject matter about woman and femininity. Is there a reason why you decided to direct a movie that has that subject matter at this time now? No. And do you think it can relate to anything that's going on in the world now?
Not at all, because this story, the book and the film, it is not a story about women's condition in the 19th century. Okay. And it is not a book or a story about women's condition at all, even in 19th century and 12th century, because it's a modern story for me, because it speaks about the end of illusion. And I think very deeply we are at a very crucial moment which speaks about the end of the illusion. Before Donald Trump, we could not imagine that. We were with Barack Obama. Maybe he made mistakes, maybe, but it was Barack Obama, this guy, a black guy at the White House. And we could imagine that it was the beginning of something new. But at the end, after Barack Obama, it is Donald Trump. I speak about something you know, of course.
Yes, of course.
But
we all know it.
Donald Trump, it is the end of the illusion, of our last illusion.
Right.
In France, our president, who is a nice guy, he's nice, he's a
charismatic.
Maybe not so much. But
I don't know.
It's not the question.
Personality.
But he's not an awful guy.
Yeah.
And when he was elected, before he was elected 5 years ago, he said, I will fight against finance.
Right.
And he didn't do that. And I think he was elected because of this sentence. My enemy is the finance.
Right.
And at the end, he didn't do anything against that. So we had an illusion. It was a last illusion. And now we have Marine Le Pen at the door of the power. So, she's near. Maybe she won't be the president. But you know, a few months before Donald Trump was at the White House, we said, no, he won't be the president. But at the end, he's the president. So maybe not that time, but in 5 years, Marine Le Pen will be the president. And it is a nightmare. So it's why I say that this story, like my previous film, The Measure of a Man. Two films about the end of the illusion.
Right.
Even if it is a different period, different character, I think we live this crucial moment, the end of the illusion.
Great. Merci beaucoup de nous avoir fait cette interview. Ça nous a fait très plaisir.
Merci à vous.
Merci.
Ciao.